Hello, everybody. Welcome to Highwire Improv Tuesday night. Very excited to be here. I am Brian. I'll be your host as I get my mic set up, which I won't need it for very long because we are going to get right into our first team here in a moment. Just want to let everybody know, please keep checking out highwireimprov.com. We have lots of great stuff going on, especially here in Baltimore in person. We had a showcase for our most recent level 1 class last night, and it was just such a joy to see these new baby improvisers doing their first ever show. Always love that kind of stuff. We also have some workshops coming up in the Baltimore area and lots of shows. Season 13 submissions are open for you improvisers. So check that out on the website. All right. We're not going to make them wait any longer. This is, I think they have been here since the beginning of Highwire. We're wrapping up our third year, and we've had these folks here for so long and doing such great stuff. So please welcome to the stage the Improvfessionals.
What's up, world? We are the Improvfessionals. As you can see, I'm one that I do not like dancing. Everybody's dancing to the beat. I hate dancing, not watching it, but doing it myself because I'm horrendous. But we do have Caroline Dunn, Mel Post, Nelson Morgan, Norm. I'm sorry, I'm just reading the names instead of looking at the faces. Evan and Leah, and I'm Andy Abramson. Sorry, I'm used to doing my drop-in classes, so I always look at the names instead of faces. That's what I do. So we're going to do different improv games. We have some long form, some short form, and we got some time, so we won't be able to perform them all. But we're just going to start off with a quick game that's last word, first word. So basically, we'll all keep our video on for now. And all it is we're just going to do a quick scene, myself and Caroline, and then we'll switch over to the thing. But so, Mel, can you give a suggestion for me and Caroline right now? And then she's taking my last line, last word, and that's going to be her first word. I'm taking her last word. That'll be my first word, and so be it, so be it. So what's the suggestion, Mel?
Dinner party.
So I'm glad you came to my dinner party.
Parties is fun.
Fun is your middle name. That's why I love inviting you.
You are a great host.
Host was always my dream job, but I just like to do it for fun.
Fun is the name of the game.
I want you to play the apple contest game where you put your head in the water and grab it, because you always seem to win first prize when you do it.
It is my best game of all.
All the games, there are so many, and you're so talented in so many of them.
Them apples, though, look a little bit rotten.
Rotten is a lot cheaper. That's why they're rotten. I'm sorry, it was kind of being a bit cheap, but this thing was expensive.
Expensive tastes mean you got to have a big wallet.
Wallet. I do have a decent wallet, just not much in there, which is the problem.
Problem solved. I'll give you a loan.
Loan. You know what? I won't even ask, because I can't ask a friend for a loan, because just in case, so I won't ask you.
You don't have to ask. I'm offering.
Offering is very nice, but that's why you're such a good friend. But it's okay. I've been broke my whole life, so I'll continue.
Continue being broke if you want to, but there is a way out.
Out is not so easy, so I might as well stay where I'm at. Thank you, though.
Though I could just give it as a gift.
Gift, that would be great, but I'm not going to take that from you, because, again, you're an awesome person, and I want to keep this relationship.
Relationship issues do arise when money gets involved.
And we'll call a scene. All right, great job. So I'm going to put that to the side. So now I'm going to have Caroline and Mel, same deal. So Nelson, give them a suggestion of anything. Same game. They're going to do the last word.
Subway.
Well, it's crowded today.
Today has been so stressful.
Stressful doesn't even begin to describe it.
It is the worst day of my whole year.
Year number 275 of doing this, am I right?
Am I right? It sure does feel like that sometimes.
Sometimes I wish that instead of working at Subway, I was on the subway.
Subway is so inconvenient, unless it's the restaurant.
Restaurant, I'm not sure you can really call Subway that.
That is a matter of opinion.
Opinions are like butts. Everyone has them.
Them Subways are restaurants.
Restaurants typically have waiters and waitresses and hostesses, and Subway just has sandwich artists.
Artists is exactly what they are. I'm glad you appreciate that.
That wasn't what I was trying to convey.
Convey appreciation for the work of the Subway sandwich artists. They do a great job.
Job aside, I think that you can agree with me that the meats aren't exactly the freshest.
Freshest is hard to find.
Find it soon we will, once we get some boar's head.
Head off to work soon.
A call scene. All right, so I'll put it there to the side. So we're gonna do it again. So we're gonna ask you for a suggestion, Norm, and it'll be Mel and Nelson. Mel will start it. So last word of what the person first said and back and forth.
Werewolf.
Tonight is the night. We're gonna get him.
Him? I thought it was her.
Her? It could be a her. I haven't considered that possibility.
Possibilities are limitless out here in the desert.
Desert werewolves are interesting creatures, that's for sure.
Sure are. I spend all my time hunting them.
And werewolves are slippery. We have to do a good job tracking their scent.
Sent. That's what is happening with us. We're being sent to get them.
And werewolves, they're not going to elude us.
Us? You mean there's more than just you and I?
I didn't think so, unless you brought someone.
Someone? Oh, I didn't introduce you to my friend.
Friend or foe, as long as they're not a werewolf.
Werewolves are what we're hunting, so of course they're not one.
One of us. That's good.
Good. I'm so glad that we're on the same page so we won't shoot at each other.
Each other. Look at us. We're a group of werewolf hunters, and we're gonna kill it.
It will not live past tonight.
Tonight is the night that people no longer have to live in fear of this beast.
Beast is going to be our feast.
How about call scene? All right, great job. So I'm gonna do that once again, just to continue with that. So it'll be Nelson and Norm. Nelson will start. Evan, give them a suggestion of anything, please.
Yoga.
Norm, where's your yoga chair?
Chair pose doesn't require a chair. You just do the pose.
Pose? You pose in yoga?
Yoga can be done by yourself without only a mat.
Matt, did you invite Matt?
Mat needs the exercise.
Exercise? That's what we're doing? I thought we were relaxing.
Relaxing in lotus pose is the best way to reach nirvana.
Nirvana. I don't know that I've ever been there.
There's a good rock band name if you've ever heard one.
One of my favorite bands is Nirvana.
Nirvana is better than REO.
REO, Speedwagon. That's another group, one of my favorites.
Favorites are my children.
I'm so sad. I never had one.
One, you don't have any that you know of?
No, no, I don't know of any.
Any woman that slept with you would know if you were the father.
Father, I really miss my father. He was such a great gentleman.
Gentlemen would be more polite.
Polite. What has that got to do with the werewolf?
Werewolves is in London.
All right, so give yourself a hand. So we're gonna put that to the side, and now it's gonna be Norm and Evan. So Leah, please give them a suggestion of anything, and Norm will start.
Keyboard.
All right, I sent the email.
Email is everywhere. I love looking at your keyboard emails.
Emails are the only way to communicate nowadays.
Days are so long when I can't read an email.
Email's why I do it. Saves time.
Time is everything in these type of days. I don't have time to do my underarms.
Underarms require antiperspirant.
Antiperspirant is my enemy.
Enemy is a mispronunciation. It's called enema.
Enema, enemy, deodorant, they all go up my ass and they all don't work.
Work is hard for your doctor. He's got a lot of cleaning to do.
Two, always. He does it with a smile on his face.
Facing that job is not something I would like to do.
To do, you should do it. Come on. I'll turn around. Have your way with me.
Me? No way. He's being paid big bucks for that. I won't touch it with a 10-foot pole.
10-foot pole is where it's at. It's my hobby.
Hobby Lobby, you can find better ways to amuse yourself.
Myself enjoys it.
Zit, it's gone.
Gone, but not this conversation. I love it.
It's the best one we've had in a long time.
Time is so beautiful when I get to talk about my private areas with you.
Scene. All right, great way to end it, huh? Okay, so gonna have another one with Evan and Leah, and Evan will start. And your suggestion is cell phone. Cell phone is your suggestion.
Mom, I've been trying to get a hold of you.
You have?
Have I ever? I got some news.
Whoa. What's up, Evan?
Evan got a lot to say.
Say it now, because it's not often you call your mom.
Mom, I love you. I just want to say that I got a mohawk. I'm a punk rocker.
Rocker? You got me a rocker, you said?
I said I got you a walker by Johnny Rotten from the Sex Pistols.
Pistols? I I think I'm safe enough. I mean, the neighborhood's not great, but I think I'll be okay, Evan. But I love how you always care about me.
Me cares for mama. You need a walker with sex, guns, and rock and roll.
Roll. The walker will roll very well.
Well, that's fine by me. Sit in it.
It feels comfortable.
Comfortable. You don't know the beginning of it. Lay in it.
It makes a great bed.
Bed is fantastic, especially when you're in the nude with Dad.
Dad? Yes, well, Dad will be here soon. I hope he doesn't see you with the mohawk.
And we'll call scene. All right, so great job. And we'll do this one more time. So, Caroline, if you don't mind, give a suggestion from myself and Leah, and Leah will start.
Trust.
Day-old bread is the best.
This bread stinks. Too hard.
Hard for you, good for the ducks.
Ducks. I don't care about no stinking ducks. I care about my teeth.
Teeth bite into soft bread. They don't get sharp. You've got to sharpen your teeth on crust.
On crust. The stinker. You're the one that gave me that hard freaking bread.
Bread is good for breakfast. Hard bread, soft bread, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Of course it matters. I only have so many teeth. I only get 2%, and I'm up to the end of my 2 cents.
Cents. Bite one of these coins. It'll help your teeth.
Teeth, yeah. You know what? I should go to the dentist because you knocked half of them out the way you give me this crusty bread.
Bread again. Yes, the crusty bread is good. Almost as good as having rocks.
Walks, yeah. Let's walk around and maybe I'll stop chewing on stuff.
Stuff. Let's carry it on the walk. We're going to go feed the ducks.
Ducks. Holy cow, you care about those ducks more than you freaking care about your own husband. It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous? Ridiculous that you don't care about the cute little quack quack ducks?
Ducks quack quack. They're quacking me over my head. They're driving me bananas.
Bananas? They may be bananas, but they never complain about stale bread.
Bread. The damn ducks. Let them quack away. And we'll call scene. All right, give me some. We'll put that this side. Down. So we're going to actually change one of the games that I was mentioning before. We're going to take that out and replace it with another one, which is fine, but we won't do that yet. We're going to do one of those pun joke games to separate the thing. So we're going to do, in divorce court, my ex called me blank. In divorce court, my ex called me blank. So I'll start it, it'll go around, I'll finish it, then Caroline will start a new one, and so on and so on. So the word will say soda. In divorce court, my ex called me soda because I always had a lot of gas.
In divorce court, my ex called me soda because I was popping off.
In divorce court, my ex called me soda because I was bubbly.
In divorce court, my ex called me soda because I was a straw.
In divorce court, my ex called me soda because she liked to shake me up and see me boil over.
In divorce court, my ex called me soda because of my coke addiction.
In divorce court, my ex called me soda because I was always popping off.
Divorce court, my ex called me soda because she said I was always flat. I'm going to call it there and put that to the side. So Caroline, give us a brand new word first, please. Then let us know what you were called in divorce.
Beans. In divorce court, my ex always called me beans because I was constantly counting them to make sure she wasn't over budget.
In divorce court, my ex called me Beans because I love to play the musical Fruit.
In divorce court, my ex called me Beans because I was always farty.
Divorce court, my ex called me Beans because I was always jumping.
In divorce court, my ex called me Beans because my farting is the best thing she likes about me.
In divorce court, my ex called me Beans because I was always baked.
Hey,
Divorce court, my ex called me Beans because she wishes that magic beanstalk would grow and put me away from this planet.
In divorce court, my ex called me Beans because I was constantly getting baked out back and then getting canned by my boss.
That's a great job. So we're going to put that to the side. So Mel, please give us a brand new word, then let us know what you were called in divorce court.
Umbrella. In divorce court, my ex called me Umbrella because I was always getting left behind.
in divorce court, my ex called me Umbrella because I was always lost.
In divorce court, my ex called me Umbrella because I would always rain on her parade.
In divorce court, my ex called me Umbrella because I had an affair with Rihanna.
In divorce court, my ex called me Umbrella because I always turned him inside out.
In divorce court, my ex called me Umbrella because she said I was always a little too merry and I always loved to start popping off.
In divorce court, my ex called me Umbrella because I had the conscience of a cricket.
In divorce court, my ex called me Umbrella because I had a hard time opening up.
All right, great job. We're going to put that to the side. So Nelson, please give us a brand new word first and let us know what you were called in divorce court.
The word is horse. In divorce court, my ex called me horse because she was always riding me.
In divorce court, my ex called me horse because my throat was always like this.
In divorce court, my ex called me horse because my teeth is as good as a horse.
In divorce court, my ex called me horse because I could really pack a kick.
In divorce court, my ex called me horse because she wasn't allowed to call me jackass.
In divorce court, my ex called me horse because I kept on sliding into other people's DMs and saying, hey.
In divorce court, my ex called me horse because it wasn't my first rodeo.
In divorce court, ex called me horse because she liked.
Great job. We're going to put that to the side. So Norm, please give us a word first and let us know what you were called in divorce court.
Wine. Divorce court, my ex called me wine because I would always be complaining.
In divorce court, my ex called me wine because I'm like a drunk girl on a Saturday afternoon.
In divorce court, my ex always called me wine because I got better with age.
In divorce court, my ex called me wine because she said she always dreamed that she could be squashing my head like grapes.
Divorce court, my ex called me wine because I was corked.
In divorce court, my ex called me wine because he kept me in the cellar.
In divorce court, my ex called me wine because I was always in a glass.
In divorce court, my ex called me wine because I always like to travel by cab.
That's a great job. We're going to put that to the side. So Evan, please give us the word first and let us know what you were called in divorce court.
Basketball. In divorce court, my wife called me a basketball because I'm always deflated.
In divorce court, my ex called me basketball because I always scored.
In divorce court, my ex called me basketball because she really wanted to slam my head.
In divorce court, my ex called me basketball because I'm always dribbling.
In divorce court, my ex called me basketball because I always wanted to travel.
In divorce court, my ex called me basketball because she liked free throws.
In divorce court, my ex called me basketball because I'm Spalding.
In divorce court, my ex called me basketball because I can only be a professional in Bermuda.
That's a great job. So we're going to do this game one more time around. So Leah, please give us a word and then let us know what you were called in divorce court.
Marshmallow.
Ooh.
In divorce court, my ex called me marshmallow because I always wanted s'mores.
In divorce court, my ex called me marshmallow because she said she wishes she could burn me.
In divorce court, my ex called me marshmallow because she wanted me to be buff and instead I was just fluff.
In divorce court, my ex called me marshmallow because I always got roasted.
In divorce court, my ex called me marshmallow because she always tried to trap me between things.
In divorce court, my ex called me marshmallow because all I could afford is a campfire.
In divorce court, my ex called me marshmallow because when I naked, she said I look like the villain in Ghostbusters.
In divorce court, my ex called me marshmallow because I always melted when I got near his flame.
Oh,
So we'll put that to the side. So, and I will say just to the world, just for people to recognize one thing, I mean, I give this team a lot of credit because no other team goes out there and everyone's on the spot. A lot of times if you see them in person or online, you might have one that says 5 jokes. Somebody might say 3 jokes. Somebody might say no jokes. And that's always the case because they raise their hand or step on stage and all. Everybody here goes right on the spot. So they're on no stoppage. They have to go. So they did an amazing job. Give themselves a hand, no question. That's not easy, but yep, they're pros. So that was awesome. So we're going to do a long form style game right now. And it's basically, it's kind of like living room, but all it is that we're talking about it. Kind of, Mel and Caroline have done this with me before. The rest of you probably haven't, but it's just like living room. So we're going to be talking about this makes me think of that makes, and we could talk about it. So like right now, Norm is talking about, him thinking about, it makes me think of the baseball game that I went to. We could go back and forth with them, be like, oh, baseball game, did you strike out or what's what? But we'll just talk about it and see where it takes us. And that makes me think of Bossy Blasi. Piece of cake, right? So it's a long form style game and I'm just doing the timer right here. And I will just begin with suggestion of, since we just did divorce card, we'll say divorce, whatever that makes us think of just to start it off. So you know what? I'm just going to say divorce makes me think of, just in general, a good friend of mine has been married probably, I think they said 8 times or whatever. And I think it's pretty hysterical almost. It's kind of like a challenge. Not sure why, but he would always say like, well, he got married because of this and that. And he's actually been married at different states. So I'm like, is that a reason for it? He goes, no, it's just the way it's been. So I don't know how many kids he has. I know it's way more than 8, but it's just kind of absurd. So I'm like, you get divorced. I said, so how much money do you make? Way more than I do. I said, you have the same job as me. He goes, no, that's not the case. But it's just hysterical to me though. But like with divorce.
That reminds me of the summer that I used to raise dairy goats, and we had I think it was like 24 babies, which if you know anything about goats are called kids. And we had like 24, or it might have been 14, then we had 10 adult goats. I honestly can't remember. All I know is that there were way too many bottles and way too much milk.
See, I think it's funny though with Caroline. I want you to continue, but she says she's from New York. You never hear any New Yorkers talk about goats. New Yorkers don't talk about goats. They talk about rats.
Every show, Andy, you bring this up. New York State is a state. And then there's the city called New York City, which is ridiculous. You should not name a city after the state. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Also, why is there like Rome, New York, and Cuba, New York? We should not have these things. Okay? Come up with new names. There are so many letters that you could use.
You're talking about your goats. They're not New York. Rats, you could talk about New York. There's the pizza rats that you could talk. You could talk about the cockroach. You can't talk about no goats in New York. New York State, you got to say, I'm from New York State. I'm talking about my New York State goats. You can't say New York City. You can't say that.
You can, though.
No.
You can, because it's still New York. They don't say New York Stater. Like, what is that, New York Stater? No, it's New York, New Yorker. And you can be from New York, the city, or New York, the state.
The New Yorkers are the city. The New
Yeah,
York
and New Yorker
Staters. You're
is
the New
from
York
New York
Staters.
State. Okay,
So
it's all the emphasis.
Speaking of confusing city and state name, my school actually is located in California, Pennsylvania. I go to school online and the name of the town is California, Pennsylvania. And I've had to explain to people that my university is not in California, even though it's called California University of Pennsylvania. So I spend more time explaining that than I do explaining my degree, which is a very niche subject, by the way. But I spent more time explaining that. So I'm really glad they changed the name to Penn West. But anyway, like if I lived in California, Pennsylvania, do I get to call myself a Californian? I mean, this is an interesting philosophical debate here. Would I be a Californian? Technically, I would. I mean, New Yorkers who live in New York City are New Yorkers. So people who live in California, Pennsylvania should probably be Californians then. By that logic.
What should they go by?
You see, but to me, some people will say to you like, oh, when are you officially a New Yorker? To me, again, being a New Yorker, born and raised, that's a real New Yorker. When you've been in New York 3 years, oh, now I'm a New Yorker? No, you're not.
Excuse me. I've been in New York for 40 years. And that makes me a New Yorker, despite the fact I come from California now, and not from Mel's, California. I come from the real California, which makes me a Californian who happens to also be a New Yorker. And nobody ever doubts when they talk to me that I am from New York. They actually doubt that I'm from California because I have lived here probably way too long. And Caroline, I have never seen a goat in New York City. I swear. I did see goats in California though. And maybe upstate New York, somewhere around there.
You don't even have to go to upstate New York. Okay. And we've been over this, Andy.
Who's better than
not
us?
upstate. It's just 2 hours north. It's not upstate.
Do any of the gentlemen have anything here to say? They're all like looking at us. What's going on?
Oh, yeah, I went to upstate New York, Rochester, New York. They have the garbage plate, and I'm glad the sanitation workers made some food. They took it out of the trash. It smelled really bad, tastes even better. Oh, man, that was amazing shit. I want some more. Give me some more. And I think Rochester is a pretty good state because they had a coax company, and I developed some film. I still film. I had pictures on my elbow because that's kind of a fetish of mine, my fetish. So yeah, can't get enough of it.
I have questions. I don't even know what to ask first.
They took the food out of the trash and then they ate it.
Yeah, they took it. It's a delicacy. You never heard of it. You take it out of the trash, you wipe it off, you put a hand sanitizer on it, you eat it.
Are you a raccoon?
Actually, yes, I have a family of raccoons. They call me Roscoe the raccoon. I live with them. I make friends with the garbage sanitation workers. They say, "Hey, Evan, we got some food for your family. Enjoy." I said, "Thank you very much. I give you tickets to the Rochester Roadsters because that's the name of the minor league baseball team." And we had a fun. It's bartering system between two people. We made each other happy in many ways. And that's the reason why I love Rochester, New York. And I also love Albany because Albany, New York, hang out with the governor. We slap hands. I teach him how to make a garbage plate special. I wiped it off, put extra hand sanitizer for him. He said, "Evan, give me the works." And that's what I did. Lots of trash. Even my dirty underwear. I gave that man the works.
So all due respect, it sounds like you're doing a lot of trash talking there.
Yeah.
And New York City is not the only state that is named after the state. There's Kansas City, Kansas. And to make it more complicated, there's Kansas City, Missouri. So New York's not that bad after all.
There's also Madrid over that way.
Yeah.
It's spelled Madrid.
But you guys, that's not unusual. How about this? Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Just like New York City, New York, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Del City, Oklahoma, Midwest City, Oklahoma. Most of the cities here are cities. It's just crazy that people couldn't, think of more exciting things to call the places that they live other than the city.
Yeah.
I think that is the crux of our problem here. Like, there's a lack of creativity in town naming. They either name it after other states or they just name it the state's name and then city, which I think they should get some improvisers on this, because we would come up with creative names.
Well,
That being said,
I will say Brian, who's running this show for us with, Highwire, they're sensational. He did send us an email here, which is, what is a guide to the Rochester garbage plate?
Yes.
And it's showing you a bunch of stuff about it. Never heard of it. I'm not from Rochester either, but it sounds like it's a sort of thing.
Yeah, it's an actual thing. It has extra trash. What I did was I used whatever my shavings, what I shaved, and the blood, I put that in there. Hey, I got tested. Don't worry. You can have some want to. I'm clean. I told you. I'm like Lance Armstrong. My blood is that clean now, not back then when he did the Tour de France. But yes, you got to try it. I'll make you some. I will FedEx you all my garbage place, all of it. I got all your addresses. Don't ask me how I got it. I know where you all live. I'll
From
come
the
over.
garbage, I would assume.
Yeah.
it sounds vaguely threatening. But I also love that it's also known as the Sticky Icky Plate, and that is a great example of a creative name. The
Yes.
Sticky Icky.
Sticky Icky.
But you see, sticky rice, I like. That's Chinese, isn't it?
Sticky rice, yes.
Yeah, that's very good. But it's the right sticky, not that wrong sticky stuff. So, but it's like,
Yeah, that does sound a bit suspicious now that you say it.
it's kind of weird. Like the first time, like sticky rice, like what's making it stick? Like, what are we doing in there to those rice?
But are we really that picky about being
Well,
sticky?
And
Well,
Really?
you say it's sticky and picky, you should think twice about that. Yeah, most definitely.
That's how we just, because you can't be one or the other.
Or you prefer drunken noodles? Is that better? More your
that
style?
sounds good to me, honestly.
And I do like
Drunken-
Dunkin' noodles. Dunkin' noodles are very good, actually. Very good.
Is
I
that
like-
Drunken or Duncan?
Drunken.
I will tell you, Dunkin' noodles are actually good too, but because I'll dunk my food into stuff. So I've taken my spaghetti, I put it in my milkshake, I put it in my soda. And we used to do that. Well, not saying we, my buddies, I used to do it. They would challenge me. I'm like, piece of cake. I'm eating it. I'm drinking it. Why not? I'll put it together. I love dunking my food. I don't mind.
There's
Duncan.
a lot of people who are coming to kill you now, Andy. I just want like you have just
especially Evan.
offended multiple.
They're
men.
lining up outside.
He knows where you live. He knows where you live. He said it.
I just want to eat your garbage, Andy. That's all I want. I don't want to hurt you. Just give me your garbage, whatever it is, I'll eat it. I saute it for the both of us.
Wait, Evan, is that garbage or garbage?
Oh, garbage, because I'm the lead singer, the band called The Barge, it's the rhythm of the night. We get to the party night. Yeah.
Yeah, the bars, a big one-hit wonder, but yes, he was.
Yes.
That was a very good song.
2 hits. They had
2 hits.
2 hits. All this love is waiting for you. That's their
The Barge
second
had
hit.
2 hits. I'm sure he had only 1 hit. Well, we'll find out right
No,
now.
No,
How
you're
many hits
thinking
did
of
the Barge
Elder
hit?
Barge.
I think he's a one-hit
You
wonder.
thinking of Elder Barge when he went solo. I'm talking about the family. There's like 20 people, 20 hits between each member.
Well, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had a bunch of them, but that was mostly.
Yeah.
But I think the Barge is the one-hit wonder. I
He
could
was
be
in-
wrong.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was into dunking, though.
Yeah, he was excellent player, definitely.
But I've never heard him talk about noodles.
No.
No.
But he
But
uses
everyone-
noodle to make out all the kids.
Ooh.
Mm.
There is also a band called Garbage.
Yes.
Makes me very happy, but only when it rains.
Oh, yeah. I like to listen to garbage while I eat. It gets me in the mood. I only happy when it's rain, and I'm just, oh man, garbage time. Oh, my stomach. They call me the disposal. That's what they call me. And I dispose anything. Bring it near me and I'll dispose it.
That reminds me of a song, In the Mood. Da, 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 in the mood. There you go. Yeah.
I think
See,
you just
you
made
can
that
move.
up.
That's actually a song. Look it up.
Showing
It
your
probably
age, Nelson.
32?
Okay, got real quiet all of a sudden. Nobody else has anything else.
Nobody wants to reveal their age here.
Oh, I didn't
I'm 32.
No, 32 sounds good. Sure, I'll be 32. Why not?
We're all 32.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Well, speaking of 32, Magic Johnson jersey number is 32, and he played with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and he's known for the sky hook, not the dunk, the sky hook. I shouldn't hang out with you guys. You know nothing about basketball.
Hey,
crap.
I didn't grab his mic.
What?
That is false.
Yeah.
So I'll talk to you about basketball and your New York Knicks, baby, this year. Watch and learn, but
I don't care. You don't get any of my trash now. That's it. All for me.
Oh, trashless.
I know absolutely nothing about basketball. You're absolutely right.
I guarantee you, everybody on this platform right now would prefer to watch a basketball game, even though they may not watch it, compared to eating a bunch of trash. That's my assumption, but I know I'll watch soccer, which I think is a terrible sport. Don't hate me, world, but I think soccer is so boring. But I'd rather watch soccer than eat trash, personally. But
That line was getting longer and longer.
And actually now they're taking numbers to get into order. Yeah, they're picking them out
A nice deli.
yeah.
And they haven't even heard his opinion on It's a Wonderful Life yet.
who here's seen It's a Wonderful Life? Just out of curiosity, raise your hand if you've seen it.
I saw it.
Multiple times.
Every year,
Oh.
same time of year.
Oh boy.
I think it stinks. I was so disappointed. I was pissed. I was like, this is the movie everybody was begging. I just watched it last year for the first time in my life. Like, it's a movie.
Oh my God.
So when I'm sorry?
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
Not getting your wings.
It blew me away because I'm like, this is, and I watched it from beginning to end, and I'm like, how is this so light? It blew me away. And they didn't it wasn't a big hit when it first came out. When you look at the numbers, so they were kind of wise back then. But once it got into video, it became enormous. I don't get it whatsoever. It's a pretty crappy movie in my eyes, but
See that the hit on you is just going up and up.
There's gridlock in Upper NYC around one man's apartment.
Yeah. Gridlock.
To me, that's a movie I can, certain movies you could just say, okay, teach it. I don't get it. Like, even my father was like, I said, how do you not like it? Oh, you got to rewatch it? Yeah, no, what am I, a masochist? No, I'm not rewatching that crap. Hell no. It's like,
I hear there is a shortage of pitchforks and torches in Andy's neighborhood of New York City.
Mhm.
Whoa.
Well, no, It's a Wonderful Life. It's wonderful. It has a young Donna Reed. She's in her 20s. Hubba Hubba. I think, what's the movie about? Easter, Kwanzaa. I don't know what the movie's about, but I watch it for Donna Reed, and she's amazing. I watch all her episodes. I had a crush. I still do. It's like a time machine of my first crush, and I go back. I visit it, and I can't get enough of it.
Whoa.
Same as garbage. I need some. Oh man, I'm hungry.
Wait. Are you comparing her? Are you comparing her to garbage?
I don't think we
Really?
appreciate that.
Really, Evan?
Garbage is beautiful. It's pristine. So as her.
Oh,
You're not looking at her with my eyes.
oh thank
Your
goodness.
eyes blindfolded or
Yeah. No,
glaucoma?
Well, I got
glaucoma.
cataracts. So what? What?
Yeah.
You're gonna.
How did they act? You
What?
said
I'm
you had
sorry.
cataracts?
Yeah.
How did they act?
here's a
Okay.
question for you all, though. Who here watches, which I think is an excellent TV show, but Murders in the Building?
Oh.
Is anybody here, which is an excellent building? So they had a nice pop in, what do they call it? A pop-up thing?
Guest appearance.
well, pop-up, like a pop-up spot that they
A
go
store?
to. So, well, nobody's gonna give me the right word, so I'm just gonna go to it. So, but basically in the movie, I mean, in the TV show, they go to a theater that they do their plays and all that stuff. So it's actually here in the Heights. So I went there both days. It was open Saturday and Sunday. Got to do the investigations, walk around, all this stuff. They did a great job. I mean, because it looks just like when you're watching the show, you're seeing exactly what they're seeing, which is pretty spectacular. But I don't know why I was bringing it up for a reason, but tonight though, the finale is tonight. Tonight's the finale, which again, great show. Season 3, Steve Martin, Selena Gomez, and Martin Short, and they do a great job working together, and it's hysterical. I think great show, great murder mystery, 3 seasons. Looking for a 4th, so that's the goal. But
Anything else on Andy's list that we should know about?
oh, and good news, just for the record, Murdersville, it's doing season 2. They're coming back December 14th, I believe they're coming back. So for 6 episodes on Netflix, Murdersville, which is an improv with Will Arnett, very funny, which I like. And you know, he has guest appearances. They do improv, solving crimes and all, which is very funny. Some of them have scripts, but they do it improv style, and I really liked it. They had 7 episodes last season, 6 original, then 1 was a Christmas special. Christmas special, I was very disappointed in, but the other 6 I really liked. Bye.
Andy just doesn't like Christmas stuff. I think he's a Grinch.
I love Christmas. I love Christmas. Good
First is
Christmas.
a Wonderful Life now.
Andy, would you tell us how you feel?
I'm sorry?
I said, would you tell us how you really feel?
I will tell you the greatest, I mean, and they've had some very good Christmas movies, but the greatest Christmas movie of all time, some people try to say it's not a Christmas movie, is Die Hard. Die Hard is a great Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Of all time.
Fan of
It's
worms.
just a movie. It's just a movie that took place in Christmas. It has no Christmas. It also has awful trash. I give it a 0 Yelp review. Bruce
One
got
what
sick.
truly bothers me on the Hallmark, like 90 Days of Christmas or whatever it is, like they always have the Harry Potter movies. And like these are definitely not Christmas movies. Like there is a Christmas scene in pretty much every movie. Well, at least when they're younger, there's a Christmas scene, but there is no, it's not about Christmas. It's about wizards and stuff. Bothers me.
I never heard anybody ever compare it to be a Christmas movie. I never heard that in my
It's
life.
on the Hallmark 60,000 Days of Christmas or whatever that is.
60,000
Maybe they ran out.
2,000 days.
They just couldn't come up with enough movies, Carolyn. So they just started filling it in with like Die Hard and Garbage Man movies and superhero movies.
And
And
the brave little toaster.
Never heard of it. Nobody's ever heard of that.
No, we've never heard of that before, ever. Caroline definitely has never mentioned it before.
She's mentioned that a million one times. That's all I've ever heard it from. I don't know what it is.
Great film.
It's a film, not just a movie, a film.
Film.
Art.
Cinematic masterpiece.
What's the difference between a film and a movie?
Well, a pretentious film snob once told me that a film stirs you, a movie entertains you. So there's
Oh.
thought.
can you be both?
Clearly
Stirring
not.
and
Clearly not. If it's entertaining, then it's just kitsch. It's just lowball trash.
How is it stirring me? Like in my
Yeah.
loins or like elsewhere? Like how
James
is it
Bond will
stirring
say,
me?
Yeah, because by that definition, a lot of movies could be considered films.
Yeah.
Ooh.
James Bond said you should be stirred but not shaken.
Oh yeah.
Or shaken.
Well, Pornhub has it. It stirred me. Let's say it stirred me very well.
There it is.
My loins are.
You sure you didn't do the stirring?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Great
I have no
question, Norm.
choice but to stir I have no choice but to stir myself sometimes, and that's okay. I'm proud of it.
Well, I think I stirred the pot a little bit.
A little bit.
That reminds me of chili, which is the only like chili isn't soup, but I hate soup. So chili's about as close to soup as I'll get, except for stew. Like I can sometimes do stew, but I hate soup. Soup is gross.
Soup is great. If depending on what soup you eat, but soup is great. Chili is not soup by any stretch of the form. It's two different animals, but
Wet food.
Ooh,
Chili is to soup like hot dog is to sandwich.
Yes.
Oh, hot dog is a sandwich. Take that back, Norm. Come on.
Is a hamburger sandwich.
you see, I
Yes.
don't disagree with Evan. I could see it being a sandwich, a hot dog. I mean, I wouldn't say yes or no. I could see it either way because it makes sense. It's in between.
Well,
bread.
I mean, with a hot dog, the buns are connected. So is it really two separate pieces of bread? Because I think a sandwich.
But in
it
a
comes in
hoagie,
between.
hoagie the bun's connected. The Subway, the hoagie, you know, it's got that back brace on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the
Okay.
hamburger cuts both ways. They can be connected or separate.
I have
Yeah.
never seen a connected hamburger.
Ah.
When you buy them with a Kaiser roll,
Well, yeah, they're
Yeah.
connected at the
Yeah.
ends. Aren't they usually connected at the ends and then you just rip it off? I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever eaten one while it's still connected.
Yeah. It's all about how you eat it. It's the final form that makes it a sandwich.
I
It's
think
the
sandwich
presentation. The presentation.
there's probably a definition for sandwich, which would be meat or something in cheese or whatever nowadays inside two pieces of bread. So
Ah.
I don't think that it even begins to talk about connected bread versus
Oh, well,
disconnected.
I just want to say, hot dog is a sandwich. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. That's
Of course
all
it is. Of course it is.
all
Of course
you
it
gotta
is. And it's the greatest Christmas movie of all time and the greatest action movie of all time. Hands down.
Well, it's
Hey.
central to the plot.
Hey,
It's
Evan,
huge.
Evan, tell us how you really feel.
Well, I'll tell you how I really feel. Die Hard is the worst Christmas movie imaginable. It wasn't even a Christmas movie. It says "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker." Christmas movie should not have the F
Exactly.
word.
Exactly. The
That sounds
greatest
like a
movie.
rodeo to me. Hippie high ki
Yeah, I would watch that. I would watch that too. I would rather watch Bruce Willis get hit in the head by a bull than to watch that movie. It's the worst movie that's ever been put on planet Earth.
Greatest action flick of all time. And that says a lot because there were some great action flicks and great
Worst
Christmas
movie
movies.
on earth. Do you know of Twilight?
or Jilly.
I love vampires. Edward, oh wow, he makes me
Oh.
swoon. There's a beautiful love affair between two young people. Just fight me on that.
A
Fight me.
1,000 years old or something. It's creepy.
Oh,
I'd rather watch Wizard of Oz.
Mm. Wizard of
Okay,
Oz.
nobody hates Wizard of Oz here, right? Please
That's
tell me.
right.
Nobody hates Wizard
Andy,
of Oz.
you hate Wizard of Oz too?
No, I'm one that always said that one of the greatest Christmas, not Christmas.
The
one of
Christmas
greatest
movie.
movies is Wizard of Oz was one of the great movies of all time because from 1939, it was amazingly made. Because in the 60s,
Yes.
they still made way more garbage movie looking wise than what they did in stuff. So, though I will say the original Wizard of Oz, which was 14 years before that, which the one guy from Laurel and Hardy, which I saw like 3 years ago on TV, first time, stunk. It was awful. And that was no singing, no nothing, but it was awful. But I had to watch the whole thing. It was still better than that It's a Wonderful Life crap, but it was pretty crappy. It's like,
there's no Donna Reed in any of those movies, so take that back. Take that back. Oh man.
But there are munchkins, which take us back to Dunkin' Donuts.
Yes.
Back to Dunkin'.
Now, when Andy said Dunkin' Noodles, I honestly was thinking about like a Dunkin' Donuts drink with like 1,000 straws in it. That was what I was thinking of. Because like, aren't the straws like Dunkin's noodles?
If you boil them long enough, yeah.
Wow. 1,000 straws is a lot of trash, a lot of garbage.
Oh,
Ooh.
God.
Oh, God damn. Ooh. Woo! Getting all hot in here.
so
Take off
I
my
just want to say, just because I'm looking at the time right now, like we're just about out of time. So I do want to like give an advertisement if that's all good with you guys before we call ahead. So just for the record, after this, if you want, we're just going to be on my regular Zoom after this, just to talk about the show of how you felt and what's what. So it's, my Zoom link. But I wanted to let people know
For the
this is-
team.
for the team.
Not-
the-
not you,
for the
please.
whole
Not all
world.
you out there.
You're not
Just
invited.
us.
No, but
People, come on.
so what I wanted to just say though, on this Friday, there's an extravaganza that we do online, and it's been 38. This will be the 38th month in a row doing it, where we have stand-up comedians, improv teams that perform, and it's called "Put On Your Sweater." It's fall comedians and improvisers extreme. It's September 29th, 2023. It starts at 3 p.m. Eastern time and finishes 11 p.m. Eastern time. Caroline Dunn, who's over here on the top in the middle, at least on my screen, and she's listed as number 1. And she is pretty much, I agree, the number fits her perfectly. She is an excellent person. She's an excellent performer, and she's doing a stand-up by herself, 5:58 p.m. Eastern time. So it'll be outstanding. Putting all the pressure on her though, because don't fall. It's all on you, Caroline. And then the Improvfessionals, which is this team, is performing, and we have more members. They might be coming at 6:47 p.m. Eastern time. We got a 2-hour set, and we'll play different improv games than what we've done tonight. And we're doing next month. I forgot the date. I think it's October 27th. Friday, October 27th will be our 4th time doing a Halloween extravaganza type thing. But again, it'll be our 39th month in a row. Everybody dresses up and here and there. So it should be a lot of fun. We're taking acts, whether you're a stand-up comedian or improv team, and you want to perform, just private message me. And I guess that's with that. I do want to thank Highwire. You guys are sensational. Thank you so much, Brian. You did a spectacular job for us. We definitely appreciate it. Brian Shea's the head of this, and great job, Brian. Thank you so much, Highwire. So yeah, with Highwire Improv, if you're in Baltimore, definitely join what they're doing. But even online, if you have things do Highwire, they're great to watch on video. And thank you, Brian. Spectacular.
Thank you all. We learned a lot about each other. Well, I learned a lot about you. I just sat here and laughed. And just to the things that I've been laughing about, Mel, that there's not only California University of Pennsylvania, there's also Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's another branch of the same school.
Yes, in Indiana. I'm from South Central PA, so I know people up there. I've never had a garbage plate, but I have lots of friends from Rochester, and they do serve it, I believe, in something that looks like a garbage can lid.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. And I loved how this turned into the geographers about 35 minutes into the show. I almost changed the name on YouTube, but no, I didn't. So no, thank you all for being here. It's great to see you. Another great extravaganza coming up. It's amazing. You know, we all keep doing this stuff, making all these great new friendships. So yeah. Thank you for watching, everybody, whether it's right now or on demand later. And we're going to wave and say goodnight.